Hi, I'm recording this on my new Apple Mac laptop that I got for my birthday. It's my birthday today. It's 14th of December. If you'd care to get me a present, next week would be fine. Thanks very much. Or, as soon as possible. But, you must. So, this is my room if anybody's interested. There's my shower over there. It's my shower in my room. Imagine that. And those wardrobes over there. There's some clothes. I'm still in my pyjamas though. Still in my pyjamas because I can't be bothered to get dressed because it's my birthday. I'm excited and I want to use this. Okay, I've got my stories, but I did mess around for about 4 hours on the computer, so that's why I've got the light on, because it's actually almost dark outside. Okay, the first story I've got is US man uses pizza in self-defense. A 40-year-old Florida pizza delivery man called Eric DeVictoria flung the pizza at an armed robber who intimidated him. It doesn't really say where, it's only 2 paragraphs of stuff, but it must be quite disorientating to see the pizza delivery man turn up when you're trying to rob somebody's house or something. It doesn't say where it was though, which is quite annoying. But it was a large pepperoni, if you want self-defense tips there. Okay, the next story. Chinese girl gets kiss of death, spelled D-E-A-F. It doesn't say what she's called, but a young Chinese woman, 20-something, from Zhuhai in Guangdong province, arrived at hospital having completely lost the hearing in her left ear. And what it sounds like has happened is that her boyfriend was kissing her, and he sucked, and her inside of her ear got sucked down into her head. That's not really very medical, but here's a direct quote. The kiss reduced the pressure in the mouth, pulled the eardrum out, and caused the breakdown of the ear. While kissing is normally very safe, doctors advise people to proceed with caution. Proceed. The young woman is expecting to regain her full hearing within about 2 months. Well, that's good. I'm glad. The third news story is under the title Who, What, Why? Tantalisingly. So let's have a look. Who doesn't have a belly button? Who will be answered. What is who doesn't have a belly button? And why? Well, we'll find out. The belly button's absence was noted this week on the catwalk when the 24-year-old Carolina Kokova graced the US catwalk for a lingerie giant Victoria's Secret. Now I want to know which I don't know what they're called. Which fashion journalist was looking at her belly button? You know, somebody who doesn't know what is going on, I imagine. You're supposed to look at the dresses, aren't you? Must have been some sort of belly button perv. Anyway, it says here, while most of us have an outie or an innie, I have an innie, by the way. Leave comments, by the way. Have you got an outie or an innie? I want to know that. Outie people are just kind of weird. Outie, innie. Isn't there a more clinical term for that? I can't believe that's the best we got. But I have to say outie and innie, no matter how ridiculous it sounds. Anyway, here's a nice little bit of information about a belly button in case you didn't know what it was. Duh. Otherwise known as a navel, the belly button is a rounded, knotty depression in the centre of the abdomen, caused by the detachment of the umbilical cord that fed you while you were in the womb. That's a bit personal. We all have umbilical cords, so why don't we all have a belly button? And then they say it's probably something to do with plastic surgery, or maybe something that happened to her when she was in the womb. There's a procedure you can go through to put a belly button on yourself. I guess it'd probably have to be an outie. I mean, you wouldn't be able to cut into yourself, would you? Anyway, he says, I thought of having one constructed, this operation, when I was getting interested in girls, but not for long. You only have to look at Michael Jackson to realise it's probably best to live with what you've got. Yeah, but he's not going to turn into Michael Jackson. It might look a bit weird if he had a little stodgy thing down there. I think a cross is quite cool. It's like a Christ thingy. Actually, it wouldn't be cool. It'd just be weird. Anyway, that's my last news story that I'm reading out because I have to go and do other things because it's my birthday. Bye! Here it is. And you're not seeing any more.